How many of you feel you are quite intuitive? Sometimes you just get this download, you call it. I get this feeling, your gut feeling is your intuition is quite accurate. Now, you think your intuition is quite strong. Now, let me ask you this question. How many of you have ever had it before where, let's say, for example, you meet somebody for the first time and then you have a feeling something's off, right? You can't put your finger on it. It's not like they said anything or did anything yet, but you just have a feeling. And then what happens is you get to know them a little bit better. Once you get to know them a little bit better, and then they really turn out to be something, someone a little bit off, right? And you're like, you see, I knew it. How many of you had a moment like that before, right? Very good. That means intuition, tick, you got it right. Okay, great. You guys are very intuitive. I got a different question for you guys, okay? I want you to be totally honest here. How many of you ever had a feeling before, like let's say you meet somebody for the first time, and you have a feeling, I don't know what it is about this person. They seem a little bit off. Have that feeling. Then after some time, you get to know them a little bit better, and they're the nicest people you've ever met, and you actually become friends with this person. How many of you have had that before? Be honest. How many of you had that before? Right. We got a problem. Because you are remembering the time you got it right, but you are discounting the fact that you've ever got your intuition wrong. And then you're saying, yes, I'm very intuitive. And I'm saying, if you're honest to yourself, your intuition is a little bit like going to the casino, choosing red or black. It's 50-50. Hopefully it's right this time. But that becomes a problem, because how would you know your way forward in what is actually for you, what is the universe actually linking you to, and what's not? If sometimes it's right and sometimes it's not. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's really not really going to help guide you if you get confused with this, right? I've got a few people saying, interesting, that's my issue, right? So my question to you is, how many of you would like to know what the difference is when you were right and when you were wrong, and how to identify that moving forward? It's very important, because universe is going to give you all these opportunities, and you're going to have all this, I don't know, is it my mind making it up, or am I actually feeling this? I'll tell you what it is. Okay, please do note this down. So, let's say you are here with an extremely big head. Okay, let's say this is you. Okay, what happens is here, what you have is you have your coffee bean. Okay, and here, what you have is you have your heart. Okay, we can label this to do with feeling, emotion, right? We label this to do with thinking. So let's write this down. So this is your thinking, okay? This is your emotion, your energy in motion, your energy in motion. Okay, so what do you think? What is thought based on? We covered this a couple of days ago. What is thought based on? What is thought based on? Your conscious and your subconscious, but it's to do, your thought is not your thought. I want everyone to just write that down so you get it clear. My thinking is not my thinking. My thinking is based on experiences, is based on other people's thinking and other people's beliefs that I've been programmed with. That's what I think things with. If somebody's told me, be careful when you invest in stocks and shares, when I see stocks and shares and I analyze it, I'm being careful. But it's not my belief, it's somebody else's belief. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So my thinking is not really my thinking, it's conditioning. So when we're thinking, it's somebody else's thinking through us, okay? When we feel something, what is feeling? Feeling is energy in motion. Now let me ask you this question. How many of you have ever said this line before? I know it doesn't make any sense, but I just really feel like I really want to do it this time. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. I don't know why. I really don't know why. And I know it doesn't make any sense, but I want to do this. How many ever had a moment like that before? Raise your hand nice and high. Okay. I want you to analyze the sentence. Break it down. I don't know why. This cannot comprehend what's going on. I do not understand. My mind does not understand. I know it doesn't make any sense. It's not making any sense in my brain. My brain cannot make sense of it. But I just feel I'm called to do it. I want to do it. I don't know why. It makes no logical sense. Remember, your logic is not your logic. Your logic is programmed. Okay, it's not logical. I know it makes no logical sense, but I want to do it. Okay? What is this? Calling. It's universal pull. It's an emotion, right? Energy, okay, we can do like this. This is universe. Energy in motion. You feel it. When you feel it, that feeling is making you want to do something. Because you feel you want to do something, your mind is like, WTF. Crazy? What's the function of your mind? Can anybody remember? What's the function of the mind? Your function of your mind is not to make you really rich. The function of your mind is not to make you really successful. The function of the mind is to protect you. Even back in caveman days when they have to go out and hunt, it's fight or flight. It's to protect you. So your mind always thinks negative. So meanwhile, you're receiving a calling, a download, an undeniable force of nature that pulls you to want to do something, right? That's a pull. That's the accelerator moving through you. Meanwhile, your brain is trying to slam on the brakes to protect you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? If you ever say that line, I don't know why I want to do it, but I know it makes no sense. What you're actually saying, and you probably didn't realize this before, your mind didn't think about it. And your mind cannot understand why. Only energy understands why. That is a big green light for manifesting miracles. You guys understand what I'm saying? It's a big green light. It's a big go-ahead. Whenever I catch myself even thinking that is what I feel it. I don't know why. It makes no sense, right? Just like 12 years ago. Somebody said, you could probably be a speaker one day. It makes no sense. I'm the shy kid. What? But I just feel like I want to go and pay for that $15,000 thing, you know? Do you understand what I'm saying? It didn't make any sense. But I went for it. Right? Now, so it did not bypass the mind. Now, I want to cover this last part, which is to do with, right? Sometimes we get fooled and we think it's intuition. Yeah, I feel it. Or I feel something is off. But how we sometimes get fooled, which is fake intuition, please write this down, is when it's the thought that stimulated the feeling. Thought stimulated feeling is where you need to be careful of. And you say, I feel it, this intuition, this pull, this universe. No, it's not. It's not universe, it's your mind. Okay? The best example I can give you of that is like this. You meet somebody for the first time, go back to that example. Okay? Let's say, for example, you had your ex-partner was horrible to you, was the worst. They turned out a nightmare. They were horrible. Okay? Let's say one day you just randomly at some place you meet somebody and this person maybe has an accent like your ex-partner. Or maybe this person walks or acts a bit like your ex-partner. Just there's some similarity, right? And then what happens is you meet them for the first time, and because they have they remind you of somebody subconsciously, your mind is thinking of what happened in the past, and your mind tells you there's something off with this person. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it's off. But that feeling is thought-stimulated feeling. How many of you are following what I'm saying here? You guys understand what I'm saying? So if at any time in future you are faced with any decision in life, it's just like the other day, like I said, right? A month ago, less than a month ago, when my digital wallet got hacked. It's the same thing. When it got hacked and I lost $500,000, and it was time for me to step up and say, yep, it's time to invest again. Do you think I had some sour feelings? Yes or no? When I was just about to invest again in the same things, tell me, do you think I had some slightly off feelings? Of course, my feelings were a little bit like, I don't know why, am I supposed to do it now? Maybe now's not the time. Maybe I'm not supposed to invest. Maybe the universe is giving me a. Do you know my mind's now making up all this. I'm just feeling a little bit off. I'm feeling like I shouldn't do this anymore. I did exactly what I'm teaching you now. I breathe, I calm myself down, and I ask myself a question. Is my thought being reminded of anything that is making this uneasy feeling? And the answer is absolutely yes, 100%. Okay, so what do I do in that instant? Now, clear your thoughts with no thoughts, blank sheet, don't think. After that process, now look at the situation, look at this opportunity. Do you feel you want it? Yes. Okay, then do it. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Right? So there's two types of feelings you will get at times. You will get a thought-stimulated feeling or a I don't know why, but I want to do it feeling. Meaning my mind did not think about this, but it's just something's pulling me to do it. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So when you understand distinguishing the difference between these two things, you will be able to read the signs a lot better whenever an opportunity arises upon you and you clear your mind and you feel, tap into the feeling, the emotion. If I had no thinking, no memory, no experience, no conditioning, no thoughts, how do I feel about this? Do I feel good? Do I feel a good feeling? If I feel a good feeling, then that is my God feeling. Somebody explained this once and said that between what is good and what is God, there's zero in between, nothing. What is good feeling is God calling. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Now, that's how, for the past, 5, 6, 7 years, that's how I've based it on. And every time I trust that feeling without mind getting in the way, I'm always seeing, whoa, new miracles manifest in my reality.